Well, welcome back here, folks, to the Spring-Summer 2016 Over 50 Hockey Season Week 10. Game of the week, it's the Yellow Jackets and the Red Army. And we're going to have a quick report here. It looks like these referees want to get things started real quick. So we'll cut to the chase. I'm Pontello, bringing you the broadcast action here at the Ice Sports Forum in Brandon, Florida. Joining me, as always, in the booth for another week of exciting hockey, Andy Townsend. Andy, what's going on? I'm out of breath right now, Angelo. I've never had to jog like that in my life before. But I tell you, quite crazy to try to get here on puck. Yeah, you almost missed what could have been a nice pregame deal. But here we go as the face-off's taken. Chirico, and right from the start, it's Andrew Hyman trying to capitalize. He fires a shot and almost made the quickest goal in over 50 hockey history that time. Speaking of history, let's see if Jim Becker can redo his 5-goal magic from last week. See if we see another potential breaking record there. Chirico trying to move the puck up quickly, but will be knocked away by Mark Walker. And already, just like that, first minute, we're already seeing a lot of physical hockey being played between both of these teams. As much as trying to get to the puck, Sincata will fire the shot from on, and this will be knocked away. Bounces off the puck. Shot fired. This is going to get knocked around a bit. And it's going to get back over to Steve Byrne. And this puck knocked away by Levesque. Masher trying to get to it first before Steve Byrne. Now back over again to Levesque. On the corner, he'll fire the shot. Masher trying to capitalize, and it's blocked by Cotter. Big time opportunity there for the Red Army, and they almost gave it away that time. Lucky there for John Carter to make the save. And finally seeing his first action is Jim Becker. As he and Mark Creighton, again, it's going to be very important for both of these two players to capitalize and make some noise, because that's where the breadwinner is. Well, of course, always, Becker and Creighton are a great duo, but let's not underestimate the other Yellow Jacket players as well. You got Tom Finley. And I know that I didn't give him a lot of credit last week, but at the same time, Finley can be an impact player if you give him the opportunity. Puck misses foul ball, and here comes Creighton. He'll pick up on the puck. Look out. It's Creighton versus Cotter. He'll fire the shot through the 5-hole, and Creighton takes it home. And it seems like the Yellow Jackets have picked up right where they left off, not skipping a beat, and they're continuing to try to make a strong case of being the hottest team currently in this over 50 hockey league. 10:08 in the first period. It's Mark Creighton who capitalizes, and he will pick up his 10th goal on the season as a couple of Red Army players trying to switch things out here. It's Andrew Hyman taking the face off, and Jim Becker picks it up. This one back over to Finley, and this one comes back around over to Whitlock in his own end, trying to get this one out quickly, and this one's gonna come back cross all the way into the Yellow Jacket end. He barely gets this one out to Rockhill, and Rockhill finally finds Finley. Finley will pack past this one over to Lussman. Yellow Jackets trying to move this one up quickly, and this one gets around Creighton, back over to Becker, back to Walker. And Rockhill will get the puck for the Yellow Jackets, struggling to handle it, but will finally get it one away. No, he gets knocked off the puck, and here comes Sincata trying to score. It's getting knocked away as well. Biggest thing right now for the Red Army is not to underestimate this Yellow Jacket team like they already done. And Strader fires the corner into the right corner, sneaks it in, and Arnie Strader's got the tie goal. Again, Red Army doing everything they can. Great to see Strader scoring there. Gets his first goal of the season. And the former keeper in this over 50 hockey league really starting to shine as a forward here. 9:13 to go. We are tied up at 1 just like that. It's Gallant and Levesque on the faceoff. This one back out to Mitch Browser. Gets it over center ice, and he'll dump this one in. Back over to Walker. Taken away by Mudra. Now back over to Gallant. And now to Toller. Lost control of the puck. Chirico trying to dump this one out, but it's back over to Steve Byrne. Toller back over the other way, and it's Mitch Browser, that gets this one knocked out, back over to Gallant again. Gets around Butler, lost control of the puck though, and now Butler will get this one cleared away. Walker to retrieve it for the Red Army. 8.5 to go in the opening period. We're tied up at 1. And this puck gets dumped back in the Red Army end. Taken away by Walker, now back over to Whitlock the other way. And it looks like Rick Gallant there had a little Islands of Adventure moment that time. He's got to get up. Toller putting this one in the Yellow Jacket end. Mike Jackson showing pursuit, but it's Chirico that barely gets the pass off intended for Mudra. Now knocked back by RT3, back over to Levesque. Levesque with the long pass. Creighton trying to outskate Whitlock for the puck, and it gets knocked away. This one back over to Jackson. Jackson finds Ricci, and Ricci's got some open space heading into the Yellow Jacket zone. And he will dump this one in the Yellow Jacket end. Chirico now looking for Becker, deflected off a foul ball, back over to Becker, off the boards, gets it to Creighton again, got Finley on the left side. This could mean damage here. Finley trying to get to it quickly, but he's defended by Strader. Yellow Jackets now have to regroup, still have to come up with something big here. Lussman will take a shot on point, deflected shot, almost went in that time. And Becker gets knocked away from the puck, and this one comes back over to Ricci for the Red Army. Flip puck deflected off by Lussman, and now picked up by Strader. And Arnie Strader's got a chance here into the Yellow Jacket zone, finds Hyman. Sets up back over to Strader, just misses his chance, now back over to Ricci. Hyman trying to score the other way, now it's taken away by Creighton. Creighton with a big chance here. Working around Steve Byrne. Looking to set it up back over to Becker the other way, it'll be saved by Cotter. And we apologize about the quick technical difficulties, had a little bit of errors on TBN's part. As Creighton now gets a hold on the puck, working off of Mike Jackson. Creighton will get this pass off to George Butler. Butler not there in time. It will be taken away by Jackson again for the Red Army. Misses Gallant. And this puck comes back over to Chirico. But if you're just tuning in for the first time to this game, we welcome you, as it's the Red Army taking on the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets starting off with a strong burst with a quick 1-0 lead by Creighton. And then Arnie Strader coming with a tying goal for the Red Army, gets his first goal of the season. I think maybe even first career goal, but we'd have to check the record books. But that is how this game has been so far. Now the biggest thing is this Red Army team seems a little bit too lax at the moment, where it just doesn't seem like they're taking the Yellow Jackets too seriously right now, and the Yellow Jackets still trying every chance they get to prove that they are the hottest team in the league. So this Red Army team's got to step it up. Sincata back over to Whitlock, now taken away by Matcher, now back around to Sincata. I'll get this one knocked out by, back into the zone for the Yellow Jackets. It's Chirico that gets this one moved up, now intercepted by Strader. Back over to Chirico, to Strader again, and he'll get this pass to an open Mike Ricci. Working off of Matcher, and he'll fire the shot from within, kicked out. And Levesque will pick up the rebound. Now back over to Whitlock, misses, slips and falls. And here comes Levesque with George Butler. 2-on-1, only Mike Falbo back for the Red Army. And Levesque fires the shot, kicked by the toe of John Carter that time. And a good shot there by Levesque. Oh, that could have been dangerous at the time had he not been in the right position. This one back over to Chirico. Working off a Strader, bounce pass over complete to Levesque. Trying to regroup quickly for the Yellow Jackets. Finds Becker, gets around Jackson, now around Whitlock. And Masher now trying to skate to the puck, but gets denied and blocked out by Strader. And I have to tell you, Angelo, Arnie Strader, again, like we were saying earlier, from a former keeper in this over 50 league that started out with the Grey Wolves, he has really matured into just a developmental forward player, and he's really starting to find his groove here in the ISF over 50 league. Browser with lots of time, waiting for an open Yellow Jacket, but it'll be tipped by Jackson, nevertheless complete to Becker. And he shoots it right into Gallant. And here comes a 2-on-1 with Jackson. Gallant will fire the shot from within, knocked away. Now regrouped again, this one out to Gallant in the deep slot. Look at it, set up to Jackson, poked out by Mark Doe. And this one gets back over to Creighton. To an open Tom Finley, and he tries to back pass this one, gets it out to Creighton just in the nick of time. Still looking for Finley. Creighton trying to pass this one back again, stripped loose by Byrne. Back around over to Jackson, showing pressure by Rocky. And here comes Gallant, gets a nice move and comes back around. Ira Lussman back to cover. And Gallant fires a shot, hits the right side. And that's one of Gallant's struggling points right now, is just to try to finish, but he's taking the shots just from the outside, and that's what's killing his opportunity in scoring. Gallant's got to get himself back in the rhythm, otherwise it's not going to look good for the Red Army. Chirico finds Becker. Becker moves this one up to Finley on the right side. He's got some open room. He'll fire the shot, and Cotter has no problem making the glove save. You know, Angelo, compared to the Yellow Jackets last week, how they were just continually crashing the net against the Grey Wolves, I don't really see a lot of crashing down on John Cotter. It seems like they're respecting him a whole lot more, trying to take the shots from the outside. They're really not trying to show a lot of pressure here. Creighton in the corner, looking for options. Finds Browser, misses his chance, and the Red Army pick up on it instead. Look out, it's Bill Whitlock the other way. Only Chirico back at the moment. Whitlock trying to get this one around Chirico, but he knocks it away. Taken away by Creighton. Working around Ricci and Sincata. Finds Chirico again. And Chirico will move this one up, looking past center ice, gets around Hyman. And this one gets around to Whitlock, back in the Red Army zone. 2:36 to go in the opening period. We are still tied at 1. Hyman moving this one quickly off the boards, intended for Ricci, just a bad pass, and gives it right back over to the Yellow Jackets. Biggest thing right now is the Yellow Jackets have an opportunity to still make some noise here. They just got to find their right shot. Browser trying to take this one in himself, and he almost had a shot there. Looked like the Red Army just allowed him to walk on through, and here comes an open breakaway by Ricci, working closely behind his Chirico. Passes around, open Steve Bird trying to fire the shot, knocked away to the left side. Ricci picks up the rebound. Red Army trying to come up with another opportunity here. Walker finds Gallant. We'll try to take the shot intended to Jackson. And the Yellow Jackets play smart defense there. Looking for Mastering just out of his reach. And this one will probably be for an icing call. Both teams now have a chance to change their line. But again, this has been a real interesting game thus far. And of course, again, I mean, even though the Red Army are doing everything they can, they've still allowed Mark Creighton to score, to give him 10 goals, and he also has, I believe if I'm looking at this correctly, Mark Creighton now has 10 goals and 8 assists. Meanwhile, for Jim Becker, the league leader in goals scored with 12 and 5 assists, it's really difficult to try to pinpoint how much stats is going to play an effect in this one. Of course, you know, that's where the stats come up, but then when you have a strong matchup like the Yellow Jackets and Red Army, you know, anything goes, and any player can somehow come away with a breakaway opportunity. So the biggest thing, again, like we were saying before, Andy, you know, both these teams playing hard, physical hockey at the moment. We've seen an exciting first period, and the biggest thing you'd have to look at right now is which team is going to falter early. Toller with a shot, knocked away by Doe. Toller picks up his own rebound, looking for Byrne the other way. And Byrne knocked off the puck, taken away by Rockhill. No, taken it back by Gallant. Back over to Falbo, shoots it right to Mudra, now gets his own rebound, fired shot, bounces off of Doe. Toller trying to get to the puck, slips and falls. Oh, that was really unfortunate to see RT3. He had a big chance there to make a play. He just happened to trip over the puck that time. A real blooper there for the Red Army. Gallant with an open pass to straight over the middle, lost control of the puck, and he gets it away from Finley's possession. Now back to Lussman. This one off the boards, back over to Falbo. Off the boards intended for Hyman, now back over to Strader, lost control of the puck, and Creighton keeps it in the Yellow Jacket zone. Taken away by Falbo for the Red Army. Creighton again misfires the puck. Back over to Lussman. And he's just going to dump this one in the Red Army end. 10 seconds to go. And it looks like the Red Army are just trying to let this clock run out as much as possible. Whitlock gets it up to Sincata. And that is how the first period is going to come to a close here. 1-1 is your score, as the Red Army are still trying to maintain first place here in the standings. Yellow Jackets trying to make a late season comeback, if at all possible. But again, right now for the Red Army, who's 6-2-1,
They have an opportunity here to close out the standings and get the #1 seed heading into the playoffs should they win a couple of games here in their last 3 matchups. Well, of course, it's the same thing for the Grey Wolves if you look at their side as well. But at the same time, Red Army have 6 wins, Grey Wolves have 5 wins. So if anybody gets a tiebreaker, it's the Red Army with the 6 wins. So all they need to do, again, just win a couple of pair and they got the #1 seed all locked up. Yep, Red Army won, Yellow Jackets won. When we return, this is the Over 50 Hockey Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Second period just shortly beginning here. Andrew Hyman, Tom Finley on the face-off. Both keepers are ready. And this one gets back over to Mark Creighton for the Yellow Jackets. He'll pick this one up, gets around Steve Byrne. Creighton trying to fire the shot. Bounces off of Walker, taken away by Finley. Finley back over to Browser. Browser winds up for the shot. Byrne trying to keep this one away, and he gets it out to Walker, back over to Ricci. Ricci now finds an open Mark Walker, and he's skating this one into the Yellow Jacket zones. Got Sincata. Walker double covered, and he lost the puck to Mark Doe for the Yellow Jackets, who makes the save. Oh, that's real unfortunate there. Mark Walker had every opportunity in the book to put this one away, but then the double coverage there by the Yellow Jackets. Gotta tip your hat off to them. Strong defense there. Sincata back over to Walker, fires the shot, and a diving shot at that. Ricci firing the shot, deflected off by Finley. Trying to get this one tipped away by Walker. Complete out to Becker, now off to Creighton into the Red Army zone. Look out. He fires the shot. Bounce, deflection there. Creighton trying to put this one in on a second rebound attempt, knocked away. And then Creighton looking for 2, gets denied there by Cotter. And now referee quickly halts play. Nabbit might have seen something that we didn't catch up. So it looks like a cross-checking penalty has been called on Sincata for the Red Army, and the Yellow Jackets are about to get themselves a lucky break here. Now looks like Mark Creighton wants a few words with the officials, and I'm not exactly sure if you call that just roughhousing or whatnot, but again, both teams just a little bit off, just feeling a little bit off about that call. I'm not exactly sure what takes place down there. Well, we never do. Again, over 50 hockey is more so a gentleman's league, everybody having fun. So half of the time whenever calls are being made, referees might be taking things a little too seriously while the players are just having fun. Finley picks up the puck from his own end, working off a Toller. Gets a bounce pass off to Rockhill. He'll wind up the shot, bounces puck, and I think it was a save by Cotter initially, might have went through, but if he made that save, again, that would be another impressive save by Cotter. Sure enough, he did. I almost thought for a second too, Angelo, that Rockhill's shot might have had a couple of bounces there, might have gotten past Cotter, but John Cotter has just been a stone wall here for the Red Army, not letting anything past him. 10:43 to go as Levesque and Mike Jackson take the face-off. Whitlock trying to clear this one out. Once again, stopped by Rockhill for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to set up an offensive play here. Rockhill shoots it right into Jackson. And Red Army will pick up on the puck. Here comes Whitlock. Bad decision there by Rockhill. Not exactly sure why you want to shoot it into an opponent. Whitlock working off of Mashrin. But Andy, that seems to be a weakness for some of these defensemen in this over 50 hockey league. It's like every time they're trying to take a shot on point, they're shooting it right directly into the opponent, thinking that somehow it's going to get past him. Well, in a way, I mean, it's the natural mentality of a defenseman to try to either dump it into the end or try to take a shot for one of your forwards to pick up. But again, I agree, you know, these defensemen are just consistently shooting it into the opponent, and it's always been backfiring on them a couple of weeks now that we've seen. I mean, you look at a couple of weeks ago when one of the defensemen, not exactly sure, it's not off the top of my head, it was Mike McGraw for the Grey Wolves, shot it right into a opponent, and I think it was the Yellow Jackets. I think it was last week that Mike McGraw shot it right into Mark Creighton, and they were able to get a rebound opportunity off of it and a breakaway chance, and they capitalized. So I mean, the biggest thing right now for defensemen is trying not to shoot it directly into an opponent forward. Mudra off the boards, gets out to Levesque, working around Steve Byrne. Levesque still with the chance, he slips and falls, and the refs are letting this one go. Oh boy, I'm not exactly sure on that one. That might have been a penalty there that just was gotten away, and a golden opportunity for this to be a 4-on-4. Or correction, 5-on-3 for the Yellow Jackets. But nevertheless, this even strength now. Finley trying to set this one back over to Browser. Fires a shot, looking for the corner. And a rebound shot there by Becker, blocked by Hyman. And the Red Army are off the other way. Hyman gets this one around Becker. Misses Strader, now back over to Chirico for the Yellow Jackets. Chirico's shot complete to Butler. Byrne trying to get Butler off the puck. He does, and here comes Hyman the other way. Hyman finds some open room on the left side into the Yellow Jacket zone, working around Chirico. Sets a nice pass over to Sincata. Now out to Ricci in the deep spot, working off of Finley. Chirico picks up the puck. Finds an open Becker. Becker finds Butler. Butler trying to skate this one out, but it'll be taken away by Whitlock. Now up to Falbo, finds Sincata. Sincata with some open room here. He'll take a shot himself, shoots it right into Chirico. What a way to just ruin an opportunity that time. Sincata had a little bit more room to try to make some magic happen, but he just takes a shot anyways, and he shoots it right into Chirico. Ricci trying to jab this one in. Still trying to fight against Doe. Popped up puck in the air, and it bounced up. I think it hit the crossbar and went in, but it's up to the referees to see if they're going to call that a goal or not. Oh, that would be huge if they call it a goal, but I think they're just going to say it's a save there by Mark Doe. A lucky break there for the Yellow Jackets, and with 7:36 to go, face-off takes place deep in the Yellow Jacket zone. Red Army looking for another chance to capitalize. Mastron looking for Becker. Falbo knocks Becker off the puck, and here comes Gallant. Picks it up for the Red Army. Working around Finley. And Rockhill trying to get this one cleared out, and Jackson keeps it in the Yellow Jacket zone. Working around Rockhill. And Jackson finds Gallant. Gallant will fire the shot into Doe. Jackson with the rebound shot, deflected off of Finley. And this one's going to get cleared out successfully, and the Yellow Jackets will have a chance to breathe. A good strong play there. Again, Yellow Jackets doing as much as they can defensively. Starting to get a little bit weak, we're seeing, but nevertheless, they're still finding ways to shut down the Red Army offense. Becker finds Mastering. Will take the shot, deflected away by Whitlock. And Whitlock now in his own end will look to move this puck up with the Red Army. Gallant gets it around Lussman. RT3 trying to skate quickly. And there's going to be a penalty coming up. Gallant, he slipped and fell at the last second, but I think that wasn't just by his own doing. Either that or it's a delay. No, referees are saying an icing call. It was probably valid considering that the shot or the pass attempt by RT3 never made it to him in time, and it got past the red line there in the Yellow Jacket zone, so very valid call. Beautifully puck placed, and here comes Hyman trying to capitalize. Misses to the right. Oh, and every time you have a breakaway like that, especially if you're Andrew Hyman, you need to capitalize. I don't care who you are. You have to find a way to put it in, and missing the shot to the right really kills your chances. Puck continuing to skip a couple of beats as this one gets out to Creighton. Creighton now looking for Mudra. He's got him. He's got Levesque to work with in the Red Army zone. Shot fired, and this one bounces off the post, hits the top glass. Knocked away. Here comes Steve Byrne for the Red Army. Finds Sincata. Knocked away by Browser. This one back over to Creighton. We got 5:48 to go in the second. Still a tied game at 1. Sincata strips it loose from Creighton's possession. This one gets back over to Chirico. Chirico with an open pass intended for Levesque, out of his reach, and it's going to be an icing call. You got to be a little bit better with your opportunities there. Chirico trying to get a nice pass over to Levesque, misses his possession, and again, just a blown opportunity for them to retake the lead. Red Army making a few substitutions to their line. Rick Gallant will take the face-off against Tom Finley for the Yellow Jackets. Toller to Whitlock. Whitlock trying to get it back to RT3, but this one gets to Gallant instead. Misses Whitlock. Becker looks for an open Creighton, and this one bounces off the boards and taken away now by Mike Jackson's got Toller to work with. Fires a shot, misses to the left. Gallant trying to pick up the rebound, but against the Chirico instead, finds Creighton, and Finley will step in front, continuing to keep things moving, and gets stripped loose by Whitlock. Angelo, we are seeing so many opportunities from both of these teams to make plays, but it's just that final step in trying to get the puck going to the final man. They just continue to miss passes. They can't control them as much. I mean, we're seeing potentially lots of great plays here, but they just can't be finished out because of poor passing right in the end. You know, but I know what you mean, Andy. You know, plays start out well and looks like it could be a nice tic-tac-toe play, but the last man to put it in just can't seem to hold on to the puck, and that's what's killing these drives. Ricci finds it over to Jackson. Looks to Gallant. Gallant looking for the setup the other way. Stopped by Becker, and he'll get this one cleared out. Walker in his own end, working off the Mastering. Off the boards. It's Mudrum. Now back over to Levesque. Keeps it in the Red Army end. Back to Steve Byrne off the boards. And finds an open Arnie Strader. Strader looking for the setup. Gets it up to an open Ricci. Big play here if he can score. And the shot is knocked away by Doe. Mudger trying to get to the puck before Strader can get a chance on the rebound. Now it's taken away by Levesque for the Yellow Jackets. Back to Mastering. Mastering just fed it a little too far up to Levesque. Now taken away by Walker. Strader now with an open chance, and he gets the puck knocked away by Rockhill. Now over to Levesque on the left side, looking to make some magic happen. Into the corner is Levesque, looking for a setup here to Mudra. Second shot attempt there. Mudra can't control it. Now off to Toller, working around Mashrin. Strader trying to keep this one alive here for the Red Army. Gets it around Mudra. Strader finds Toller. Lots of room here. Only two defenders back. Toller misses the shot. Here comes Finley the other way. Gets it around Hyman. Lussman in the way. Three Yellow Jackets in the way along with Strader. And the Yellow Jackets struggle to get this one out. Rockhill trying to clear this one out. Stopped by Whitlock. And here comes an open Jim Becker in the right place. Looking to capitalize. Fires a shot through the 5-hole and scores!
Cherry picker!
Jim Becker getting a goal of his own in the Yellow Jackets. Just like that, retake the lead with 2:37 to go. And again, just Becker being in the right place at the right time. And the Red Army just overlooked a little mishap.
And overlooked a little mishap. It looked like Becker might have been cherry picking a little bit that time. But I don't care who you are, you have to be ready anytime you're on defense for a play to happen where they just happened to sneak out like that. Red Army just couldn't figure out where all 5 Yellow Jacket players were, and that time it burned them big. Well, Becker now extends his goals on the season, gets his 13th. As Mitch Browser fires the shot, misses to the left. Chirico picks up the rebound. Bounces off of Becker, this one back around to Jackson. Jackson taken away by Creighton. Creighton trying to set up the play again, out to Finley. Finley will fire a shot himself. Didn't even make it the net that time. Whitlock nakes it away. Browser stops the puck from being cleared out. He'll work on the left side. Finds Creighton, looking for the setup here. This is Sincata, stopped by Finley. He'll fire the shot himself, bouncing puck, and it misses to the right. Creighton in the Yellow Jackets, third opportunity here. He'll fire the shot from him, bounces off of Cotter, taken away by Jackson. Stopped by Finley. Yellow Jackets still in control of this puck as it gets back over to Becker. Becker back to Finley on the left side, shoots from point, fires the shot and scores! And
And Tom Finley says, let me get in on some of that action, and he finally does with 1:27 to go in the second, and the Yellow Jackets extend their lead to 3-1.
And again, you have to love the way Jim Becker just made that nice assist that time. Sets up Finley, takes the quick shot, squeezes it right through. Carter's possession that time. And this Yellow Jacket team is on fire, continuing to make a strong case here.
Chirico finds an open Levesque. Skates this one up to Masherin. Stripped loose by Sincata, taken away by Byrne. Byrne finds Sincata, again gets it around Levesque, but not by Browser, and he keeps it in the Red Army end. Red Army right now struggling to even come up with some kind of offensive play. They don't know where to begin at the moment. Hyman trying to work something quickly here against the Yellow Jackets. Will fire the shot, defended well by Levesque, and Mark Doe had no problem making the save.
And at this point, if I'm the Yellow Jackets, I need to just start thinking defense, you know, because you have every opportunity at this point to come away with an upset here. You know the Red Army is struggling to try to put points up, and your defense has just been on point all game. This is the time to be strong on defense. Sincata out to Byrne, finds Walker. He'll put this one in the Yellow Jacket end. Lustman looking for options. Off the boards, looking for Masherin. Byrne keeps it in play in the Yellow Jacket zone. Finds Sincata. Bouncing puck again. Back out to Ricci. Picks up the rebound. Finds Walker. Walker trying to come in on point. Lost control of the puck. Now out to Hyman. Misses his shot. Fired again. And Ricci picks up the rebound once more. 22 seconds. Yellow Jackets have to hold up defensively here. And Mudra skates right through past Walker. It's a 2-on-0 against Cotter. Mudra fires the shot, trying to put this one in. Denied by Cotter. Masherin now will fire the shot again. Bounces off of Cotter. Levesque looking for a third shot. Knocked away by Byrne. And Steve Byrne gets this one cleared out. And Lustman taking a final shot. Knocked away by Cotter. So after Mark Walker fails to reel in the puck in the Yellow Jacket zone, Yellow Jackets with a couple of opportunities to make it a 4-1 game heading into second intermission, but John Cotter again trying to keep up his stonewall techniques. Well, I'm not sure exactly if it's a stonewall now, considering that Becca and Finley had found ways to put some cracks in that wall. But I mean, again, give credit to the Yellow Jackets. They've been playing quite a game so far, and offensively, it seems like nothing is stopping them from trying to put this one away. But then at the same time, we still got a third period left to play. And again, for this Red Army team, they just, after that goal there by Arnie Strader, they're still struggling to find ways to capitalize and put it around Mark Doe. Well, of course, this Yellow Jacket defense has been a real pest for these Red Army to deal with. It's just going to come down to the third period to see if they can make a comeback run. Again, like we said before, folks, it's second intermission. It's the Yellow Jackets 3, Red Army 1, down by 2. Can they try to come away with a comeback here before suffering their third regular season loss to drop to 6-3-1? When we return, this is Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Referee Jim Nabbit ready to drop the puck to start this third and final period. Rick Gallant for the Red Army takes the face-off against Tom Finley for the Yellow Jackets. Creighton trying to get a piece of action. And it'll be taken away by Mark Jackson for the Red Army into the Yellow Jacket zone. Will fire the shot, misses for the right side of Doe. Rick Gallant picks up the rebound. Gallant finds an open Jackson, will fire the shot from within, bounces off of Doe's glove. And it looks like he still was able to make the save despite RT3's last gasp grab. Right, of course, RT3 in the right position, just unfortunately couldn't find a way to tap it in. But the Red Army nevertheless have another opportunity as face-off now takes place deep in the Yellow Jacket zone. Rockhill off the glass, it's Falbo with the shot. Set up by Jackson. Will fire on the backside, it's Becker that picks up the rebound. Off the glass, past Gallant, and just right over to Creighton's got Tom Finley to work with. Creighton on the right side looking to set up to Finley, stopped by Whitlock. Tipped away by Creighton, intercepted by Lussman. Real chance here. He'll fire the shot. Blocked by Whitlock again. Finley picking up the rebound, fires off a Cotter, and he'll get his own rebound back out to Creighton. Yellow Jackets not done yet here. Whitlock trying to get this one away from Browser. Becker fires a shot. Backfires back over to Lussman, trying to keep this one in for the Yellow Jackets. Finds Creighton. Yellow Jackets still in control here. Will find an open Becker. Winds up the shot and misses the net. Now back over to Finley for the rebound. Taken away by Lussman, looking to set this one up. He'll fire the shot, kicked away by Becker's blade, and it's rebounded by Creighton. Covered by 2 Red Army players at the time. Fired shot, gets it to an open Finley. We'll get this one back over to Lussman. We'll fire the shot, deflected off of Toller's blade, now foul ball, back over to Finley. Browser steps in front, looking a shot on point, fires a shot, and it is saved by John Cotter. And that time, you just have to love the way the Yellow Jackets were just trying to pass this one around. We're seeing a little bit more of a team effort here in the third period. It's not just trying to make individual plays. Everyone is trying to pass, and they're trying to keep the Red Army guessing as to how they are needing to be stopped. 10:26 to go. It's Andrew Hyman and Mike Levesque on the face-off. Again, deep in the Red Army zone. Yellow Jackets needing to find some answers, and fast. And with the way this game has been going right now, I'm not exactly sure if there's going to be any more opportunities for the Red Army. Hyman working around the other side, bounce off the dough. Strader on the rebound, looking to Hyman again. Firing shot. Hyman trying to jab this one in, and it'll be stopped. Hyman trying to get this one in. Mitch Browser coming in there trying to save his keeper, and he does. Well, you know, it's just typical Andrew Hyman hockey. You know, you have to be physical, always to the final whistle. Mitch Browser didn't like that, and what could have been a huge confrontation is stopped quickly. Walker puts this one in the Yellow Jacket end, looking for Hyman, and it gets taken away by Shariko. Bounces off of Mudra, back over to Walker for the Red Army. Shot fired. Bouncing puck almost went in. Hyman with the fired shot, past Doe. It'll be taken away by Strader, rebounded by Walker. Will fire the shot, misses to the right side. Steve Byrne trying to put this one in still. It'll be taken away by Shariko. And Strader slides, tripping up Shariko. Still no call by the refs. Everybody's a little shocked there that time. Oh, another no call there. Referees didn't think it was too violent at all, so they let this one play out. Off the boards. Stopped by Walker. Red Army have to regroup here. Sincata fires the shot, shoots it right into Browser. Red Army have to make a quick substitution here, and it gets past Levesque for the icing call. Gallant and Finley on the face-off. Gallant fires a shot and he scores. Quick sniper, quick shot there by Rick Gallant, and the Red Army are back in this one, down by 1 with 9:03 to go. Well, it's like we were saying before, it's not over till it's over, and we've seen that so many times in this league where you think one team's going to have the victory, but then you look at last week's game of the week where the Yellow Jackets were down 5-1 and they scored 7 unanswered goals. It's the same thing here. Red Army are not giving up just yet. There's no reason to, and now that you're down by 1, more reason to try to get the equalizing goal. Creighton with a fast shot off of Cotter, bounces off of him. And now Mike Jackson finds an open RT3, he's got a chance here. We'll get it out to Rick Gallant. Open breakaway here, past Rockhill, could be dangerous. Gallant fires the shot, knocked away by Doe. Gallant in the deep slot, trying to set this one up to the Red Army again, trying to get that quick equalizer. And Gallant gets knocked off the puck. And Rockhill slams Hyman into the board, or slams RT3 into the boards, but I don't think it was anything intentional. Creighton makes a quick skate move around Falbo, looking to try to fire the shot, knocked away by Cotter, and keeps the Red Army alive. Back over to Gallant. Intercepted by Browser, firing the shot, kicked out by Cotter. Finley picking up the rebound. Creighton looking for the setup again, misses Finley, but gets back over to Browser. Browser intended to Lussman, has to regroup. Back pass, gives it right back to the Red Army. Whitlock with an open break opportunity, finds Jackson, has got Gallant as well. Jackson on the left side into the Yellow Jacket zone, shot fired. Doe trying to come through, and Finley trying to get the puck away, but it'll be taken away by Ricci instead. Gallant with the puck. Back over to Ricci. Fires the shot, kicked away by Doe. Browser off the boards, gets this one cleared out, retrieved by Mark Walker. And he's got Jim Becker closely behind. Pass intended for Ricci, but instead goes back into the Yellow Jacket zone, and Chirico now trying to keep this away. Finds Becker. Becker to Levesque. Levesque looking for Becker. Knocked away by Byrne. Gets it out to Jackson. Jackson with lots of room. Tipped away by Chirico. Here comes Hyman trying to pull this one in. Fires the shot. Gets around Doe, and there's the tie goal. Andrew Hyman comes away big that time, and after so many breakaway attempts in this game, he finally comes away with the goal. The one to tie it up with 6:58 remaining. I give credit again to the Red Army. They're doing everything they can to put this one in, to try to tie it up, and after being down by 2, they get the 2 goals. Yellow Jackets just starting to get a little bit out of sync. Shot taken by Walker, misses the left side, picked up by Strader. No, but for Andrew Hyman, that's only his 2nd goal this season, and the way he's been playing, you'd think he'd be scoring a whole lot more. Shot fired to Ricci. Doe will bring it in just in time before Strader had a chance to whack at it. Continuing to try to find big plays there, anything you can do. And right now it's just been just a phenomenal game overall, but you know, this could be so much more of a high scoring affair with the way both of these teams have been having their opportunities. Puck taken away by Hyman. We'll bring it all the way back over to Whitlock in his own zone. Ricci gets a piece of the puck, taken away by Falbo. Slipping and falling was Levesque, but he keeps it into the into the Red Army zone. Smart play there. Whitlock, defended by Masher and taken away by Butler. Looking for Levesque, but taken away by Strader for the Red Army. Levesque keeps it in the Red Army zone. Falbo trying to get this one cleared out. He does. Off the boards, misses Butler. And this one goes back over to Falbo. Tipped by Levesque, taken away by Butler. Looking for Masherin. Masher with the setup here, trying to set this one up to Yellow Jackets. Butler trying to fire the shot, but will be taken away by Gallant. And he's got Toller and Strader, 2 defenders back. Gallant on the left side. We're going to set this one back up over to Toller, but taken away by Masherin instead. Masherin finds Levesque in the Red Army zone. Levesque, open shot attempt there, but it's sucked in by Cotter for the save. And I believe that was Levesque's 4th shot opportunity that time. It looked really nice, but Cotter said, I don't think so. And it's really unfortunate too, because, you know, with a guy like Mike Levesque, you know, even though the stats don't really show how much production he's been doing with 2 goals and 3 assists, you can tell that the heart is there and he's doing everything he can to try to put some points on the board. Browser back to Creighton. Looking for Gallant. And this one goes off the boards. Lustman skating after it with Ricci in pursuit. Tipped away by Ricci. Lustman struggling to get this one around. Still trying to get this one away, barely does, but Red Army's got him controlled. Becker now back over to Browser into the Red Army zone once more. Browser fires the shot, saved by Cotter. Well, Angelo, I wouldn't be surprised if this one ends in a shootout, but again, with 4:44 to go, still lots of time for one of these teams to break open the even scoring. Creighton with a quick fired shot. Cotter again with the glove save. Finley back over to Browser. Winds up the shot, deflected off a defenseman. And this one now out to Ricci. Off the boards, looking for Hyman again, just out of his reach, and it'll be for an icing call. Right mindset there for the Red Army, but just a little too hard of a pass by Mike Ricci. And now this gives the Yellow Jackets a chance to make a few substitutions. Finley looking for Creighton, but instead it goes back over to Browser. Tip pass by Jackson. Back over to Creighton and Becker. Creighton with a shot on the right side. Knocked away. And Ricci's shot blasted, or first deflected by Yellow Jacket and missed the Tampa Bay Lightning Stanley Cup flag that time. Don't be surprised again with 4:05 to go. Like we said before, you know, lots of time for one of these teams to try to get a game winning goal per se, but expect these 4 minutes to be real physical. Creighton with a quick shot off net. And it gets over to Sincata for the Red Army. Tipped by Strader. And this puck is going all the way back in the Yellow Jacket zone. Rockhill gets it out to Chirico. Chirico back to Rockhill again. Yellow Jacket slowly trying to move this one back in the Red Army end. Finds an open Becker's. Got Creighton over the middle. Looking to score here. Fires a shot. Kicked away by Cotter again. Chirico's pass taken away by Steve Byrne. And now off to RT3. Gives it right back to Creighton and the Yellow Jackets. Back over to Byrne. Finds Strader. Strader with the pass will let Toller skate to it, but just a little out of his reach. Back over to Strader again. He's got to keep it on sides. Now back over to Sincata. Will fire the shot deflected by Rockhill. And Doe will knock this one away. RT3 looking for the rebound, but instead taken away by Chirico. Puck back over to Walker. He'll fire the shot. Bouncing puck deflected off of Sincata. Looking for the finishing touch. And it gets knocked away. Ray Toller again with an opportunity to make a big play and just got knocked out of position. Oh, that's really unfortunate again. You know you want RT3 to make a big play there. He's gotten 2 opportunities and both times he just got knocked out. Real unfortunate. Creighton on the left side will fire the shot. Hits the top shelf. Right where Mama hides the cookies. And just like that, Yellow Jackets back on top for the 3rd time today. 2:37 to go. Mark Creighton's got 2 to his name. And if the Red Army don't pull something off here, in the next 157 seconds, it's all over. And just like that, Red Army now call a timeout, a much needed one at that. Yellow Jackets back in control with 2:37 to go. Up 4-3, looking to make an upset on the Red Army. When we return, you're watching Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network.
Here we are in the dressing room, Larry Sincata. Larry, what kind of beer do you drink after the game?
After I'm working a hard game, I drink Bud Light. That's the beer champion.
After you drink it before the game.
No, I drink most of them beforehand.
There he comes out. Miller Lite.
Bud Light, beer of champions.
Miller.
Tom Buchholz, Green Hornet extraordinaire. Tom, what do you drink after the game?
Miller Lite. I brought it from the Gray Wolves. They no longer have Miller Lite. Only the green team.
Miller Lite, beer of champions.
Tastes great.
You know that he calls it his white lightning. It's a
Big moment here for the Red Army, now giving up that goal by Mark Creighton. He's got 2. Meanwhile, again, other contributing goals by Jim Becker and Tom Finley have brought the Yellow Jackets to 4. Meanwhile, for the Red Army, their 3 goals come off of a Arnie Strader tying goal that tied up at 1, followed by a Rick Gallant quick shot earlier this period to make it 3-2. And then, of course, the tying goal made by Andrew Hyman brings us to a 4-3 affair at the moment. Hyman and Levesque on the face-off. Jackson trying to control this one. Hyman trying to get to this puck quickly. He'll fire the shot himself, and this one just might get out of the zone. Yes, Red Army must regroup at the moment. Yellow Jackets with some breathing room with 2:14 to go. Back over to Whitlock. Working off of Butler. Stopped by Masherin. Will fire the shot. Knocked away by Hyman, taken away by Ricci. Ricci looking for Whitlock, now taken up by Jackson. Jackson lost control of the puck. Yellow Jackets get it again. Lustman trying to clear this one out. Now back over to Masherin. Gets this one cleared out again. This time over to Becker. It's 3-on-2. Becker fires the shot. Knocked away by Cotter. Becker's second shot opportunity. Stopped by Cotter. Makes the save with 1:40 to go. And after you're the Red Army, you got to be thinking, when are you going to pull the goalie for a sixth man? Well, it's very simple, Angelo. Red Army need to do everything they can right now to control the puck and start moving it up so that they can implement that sixth man. That's the only choice they have right now. And if I'm them, I do it sooner than later because you need all the time you can get. You can't wait till about a minute remaining. Sincata shoots it right back over to Creighton. Browser picks up the puck. Shot taken, blocked away. Here comes Steve Byrne. Now back over to Sincata. And taken away now by Chirico. Gets out to Creighton. Chirico off the boards looking for Toller. And there's 6 men now for the Red Army. And Toller gives it right over to Levesque. We'll get this one cleared out. Walker's got to get to the puck. Now, I'm not sure if the Red Army right now are trying to get all their best players out there, but it just doesn't seem like that's quite the case right now. Well, of course, when you have Mike Ricci on the bench with 6 men, you know, it is a little bit questionable. Bouncing puck off of Mark Doe, he'll make the save. I think Mike Ricci heard you, Angelo. I think he's now coming out to try to make a replacement. Yep, and he gets all T3 off there again. Now you have your 6 best men out there. Now the Red Army are ready to do some work. 45.2 seconds remaining in regulation. Yellow Jackets trying to win 3 in a row on the season. As a hit by Finley gets this one off the boards. For an icing call, again, 36 seconds now remain. And Andy, if the Yellow Jackets win this game, they are only a half game behind the Red Army. And that is crazy to think about, considering that at one point, this Yellow Jacket team that was in last place with the 1-3-2 record to start off to mid-season has now started the second half of the season trying to win 3 in a row. As once again, that shot taken is going to be for another icing call. 22.5 seconds now.
That's where measures are taking 10.
I just got I was playing under 45 minutes. See, they don't make mistakes. They don't want to get their ice time.
Bouncing puck, Gallant fires a shot. Sincata trying to get the goal. He's got the tie. He's got the tie. Larry Sincata puts it through. Oh boy. 18.1 seconds to go. Larry Sincata responds by putting it in top shelf, and we have ourselves a tied game again. Wow. That is unreal. But then again, I'm not surprised considering this Red Army team had it in them all along to try to tie this one. Yellow Jackets thought they were going to try to win this one in regulation, and it looks like they're going to need to take that into the shootout now. Hyman trying to keep this one away from Creighton. Now keeps it away from Whitlock. Whitlock firing the shot. Now back over to Browser. Back over to Whitlock. And thanks to Larry Sincata, this one is not over. We are headed to the shootout. Can't wait to see what both teams have drawn up here, who are going to be our shooters. We'll take a quick break here. 4-all is the score, and this one can't get any better at the moment here on the Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back here, folks. Just about ready to begin the shootout. And starting off for the Red Army is the man who got us here in the first place, Larry Sincata.
No, it's going to actually be Mark Creighton for the Yellow Jackets, correction, but it'll be Larry Sincata that will take the shot first for the Red Army. And the Yellow Jackets desperate to try to get 3 wins in a row, and they're having Mark Creighton start at first. Again, a very smart decision here by the Yellow Jackets. You need your best shooters. It looks like Jim Nabbitt struggling a little bit to try to get the puck position in the right place. He'll finally get it off center ice, and that was the complaint there.
Where could be a finish here? Look at you what?
And Creighton lost balance. Oh boy. That is huge right there. Creighton looked like he might have had a step on Carter, but as soon as you lose opportunity like that, it's never over, and Creighton is not very happy with that. Sincata takes a shot, and Doe has no problem making the save.
That was a bullseye, he hit it right in the middle. Yeah.
This will now bring up Mitch Browser.
He's always like this shit
And for Browser, after all the plays done today, let's see if he can convert it into a goal. And a shot missed there by Browser. That'll bring up Bill Whitlock.
Come on, Billy!
Makes a move and gets stone cold there that time. Whitlock can't put it in. Now third shot attempt, Jim Becker. He scored 5 last week. Let's see if he can win this one for the Yellow Jackets. Shot denied by Cotter. And for the Red Army now, they got a chance to win this one if Hyman can put this one in. And this is a little bit surprising here, putting Andrew Hyman in. Let's just hope it works out for the Red Army. Fires a shot, puts it through. Andrew Hyman gets the Red Army ending up winning this one again. And the Red Army sneak out of this one, advancing to 7-2-1 on the season. Wow, what a game, what a finish. I couldn't be any more excited to see a finish like that one. Just a real strong effort there by both teams. Yellow Jackets so close to winning and making this a 3-game winning streak for them. But it was Larry Sincata and Andrew Hyman that just took the piece of bacon right away from their faces that time. Real unfortunate ending for the Yellow Jackets, but for the Red Army, they solidify their first place spot at the moment. And as for speaking of the Yellow Jackets, they dropped to 4-4-2 on the season. Or actually, no, correction, 4-3-3, beg your pardon, not 4-4-2. They still got a point away from this anyways. But I mean, again, despite the shootout loss, Yellow Jackets still come away with a point, but the way this game had been going for them, they were up 3-1, they had control of this game, and then they just lost it to a Red Army team that was just poised to take it away from them. Oh boy. But that just goes to show you what kind of team the Red Army is, regardless of whether they're up or if they have to make some comeback efforts. But again, with the goal there by Andrew Hyman in the shootout, ends up winning it for the Red Army after a tying goal by Larry Sincata got them in the first place. And again, we can't stop talking about his shot. But of course, that top shelf there that time, really exciting to see, got everybody on their feet. Everybody except for the Yellow Jacket fans, of course, but it's going to be a tough shootout loss for the Yellow Jackets to handle there, even though they know they should have gotten 2 points. Well, on that note, this has been another production of the Pontello Broadcasting Network, and we'd like to wish our viewers a happy 4th of July, as that will be coming up next week, so there will be no over 50 hockey being played. So we'll be back here in about a couple of weeks for Week 11's game of the week. So again, we'd like to wish America a happy birthday, and for our viewers to stay safe and to go enjoy our country's birth and celebration. But of course, it's always nice for the United States of America to get some recognition there. But again, for all these families and friends, just again, like we said, from on behalf of the Pontello Broadcasting Network, everybody stay safe out there and don't shoot yourself and kill yourself with fireworks. Yeah, I'm surprised we even have to mention that, but it's so true, Andy, with all the unfortunate incidents that can go on with all those fireworks. But on that note, on behalf of Andy Townsend, I'm Angelo Pontello saying so long, good night, and we hope everybody has a blessed evening. Take care, everybody. We will see you back here in 2 weeks.